gun safety, it's the #1 thing. You never ever want to point your gun because you never know.
I don't own a gun shop. I lead a movement.
Andy Hallahan.
Andy Hallahan.
Andrew Hallahan, the owner of that Florida gun supply store.
It's not just about guns for us. It's about life and liberty.
The solution to violent crime is for good guys like you and I to unite, to get armed, get trained, and carry daily.
This guy's educated. He's an educated guy. He's speaking the truth. Took so much weight off my shoulders.
We're the kind of patriots you've always wanted to be. Join us.
Hey guys, this is Andy with Florida Gun Supply here, as always, on a mission to unite America to get armed, get trained, and carry daily. We have been fielding a lot of requests for us to go live every Monday night like we used to. I'm kind of playing with that idea, so if that's something that you guys want, make sure it's well known that that's what you guys want. It's a lot of work to go live, but if it's something that you guys want, definitely let me know. Guys, hit the thumbs up button right now if you're excited to be part of the most exclusive and important Second Amendment movement across the country. We have people like Mark Robinson who are just everyday people joining up and taking a stand. Guys, I cannot wait to introduce you to this guy. He's the real deal. For those of you who don't know who Mark Robinson is, take a look.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes. I didn't have time to
You have to give us your name.
I'm sorry. My name is Mark Robinson. I live at 4015 Sassafras Court. That's right here in Greensboro. I've lived in Greensboro all my life. I didn't have time to write a fancy speech. I didn't have time to, I didn't have the resource of an English teacher to sit down and write a speech with at school today.
While we're watching this, guys, give him a thumbs up. Huge thumbs up. Give this guy tons of thumbs up.
I've heard a whole lot of people in here talking tonight about this group and that group, domestic violence, blacks, these minorities and that minority. What I want to know is, when are you all going to start standing up for the majority? And here's who the majority is. I'm the majority. I'm a law-abiding citizen who's never shot anybody, never committed a serious crime, never committed a felony. I've never done anything like that. But it seems like every time we have one of these shootings, nobody wants to put the blame where it goes, which is at the shooter's feet. You want to put it at my feet. You want to turn around and restrict my right, constitutional right that's spelled out in black and white. You want to restrict my right to buy a firearm and protect myself from some of the very people you're talking about in here tonight. It's ridiculous. I don't think Rod Serling could come up with a better script. It does not make any sense. The law-abiding citizens of this community and many communities around this country, we're the first ones taxed and the last ones considered and the first ones punished when things like this happens, because our rights are the ones that are being taken away. That's the reason why I came down here today. Gun show or no gun show, NRA or no NRA. I'm here to stand up for the law-abiding citizens of this community, because I'm going to tell you that what's going to happen. You can take the guns away from us all you want to. You all write a law, I follow the law, I'll bring my guns down here, I'll turn them in. But here's what's going to happen. The Crips and the Bloods on the other side of town, they're not going to turn their guns in. They're going to hold on to them. And what's going to happen when you have to send the police down there to go take them? The police can barely enforce the law as it is. As what I see, we demonize the police, criminalize and vilify the police, and we make the criminals into victims. And we're talking about restricting guns? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that when the police department's already hamstrung? You're not going to be able to go down here and take these guns from these criminals. So the criminals are going to hold on to their guns. They're still going to have them. They're still going to break in my house, and they're still going to shoot me with them. And guess who's going to be the one that suffers? It's going to be me. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight, it is not going to happen without a fight. And when I say fight, I don't mean shots fired. I don't mean fist thrown. I mean I'm going to come down here to this city council and raise hell just like these loonies from the left do until you listen to the majority of the people in this city. And I am the majority. The majority of the people in this city are law-abiding, and they follow the law, and they want their constitutional right to be able to bear arms. They want to be able to go to the gun show and buy a hunting rifle or sport rifle. There are no military-grade weapons sold at the gun show. An AR-15 is not a military-grade weapon. Anybody that would go into combat with an AR-15 is a fool. It's a semi-automatic 22 rifle. You'd be killed in 15 minutes in combat with that thing. So we need to dispel all these myths, and we need to drop all this division that we got going on here. Because the bottom line is, when that Second Amendment was written, whether the framers liked it or not, they wrote it for everybody. And I am everybody. And the law-abiding citizens of this city are everybody. And we want our rights, and we want to keep our rights. And by God, we're going to keep them, come hell or high water.
Guys, if that was one of the most powerful things you've ever seen, hit the thumbs up button right now. Hit the share button on Facebook, guys. I'm calling him right now. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good, brother. Any chance to turn that video back on? We got about 45 people watching on this one channel. Hey, Mark, good to see you, brother. Everybody that's watching, I want you to give Mark a big thumbs up. Comment below and say hello, Mark. Mark, by any chance, are you able to see any of the comments coming through?
No, I can't see anything.
That's all right. I'll communicate the comments back to you so that everybody, so that anybody that's commenting. But listen, I mean, you are on the video chat right now with a ton of supporters from all across the United States. I'm telling you, Mark, these people, I've got some people that live a mile from you down the road. I've got people from all across the country. This is absolutely outstanding. We're so glad you're here.
Wow. Well, thank you for having me. Like I said, I've been telling people how much I appreciate their support and how much they've embraced me since this entire thing has happened. So,
Mark, this has been outrageous. I mean, tell me, everybody wants to know. Tell us the story of how you went from where you are. We don't know what you've kind of done for work. I mean, where are you at in life, and what's made you so frustrated that you had to take a stand here?
Well, I would consider myself somewhat just an average citizen. The way this all came about was I was actively seeking, after the March for Our Lives thing, I actually joined the NRA, and I was actively seeking to purchase a firearm. I had been thinking about purchasing a firearm for a while, and I asked a lot of my friends who own firearms. They all told me the best place to go was the Greensboro Gun Show. Well, I heard on the news one morning they were trying to cancel the gun show because of the shooting in Florida, which was absolutely ridiculous. And then I was told and heard that they said the city council could not do that. Only the Coliseum director could do it. So then they decided to have this meeting about, quote, gun violence. And when I heard that, I knew exactly what was going to happen. I knew they were going to try to bring in a bunch of kids, college kids, high school kids, and give these passionate speeches about why guns are horrible and they should end the gun show, to put pressure on the Coliseum director to end the gun show. And that's why I went to the meeting.
Wow. So tell us, what do you do for work? I mean, you've got to be in public speaking.
No, that's what I'm actually trying to move into now because of all this. But before this happened, I was just simply working a job, or I still am working a job in a factory, putting myself through college. I'm studying to be a history professor at the college level. That's my goal. My ultimate goal is to get a PhD in history.
Wow.
College history.
What a story. Guys, those of you who are just joining right now, we're on the live with Mark Robinson out of Greensboro, North Carolina. This is the guy who has made national news. He has been all over the country, all over the planet. His video, guys, tell us about Brazil. Tell us about Brazil. Let me hear this.
Well, I saw the video first, and it said it had been translated into Portuguese. Somebody actually shared it on my timeline on Facebook. And I went and I looked, and lo and behold, it was true. There was a group of people down there, very concerned citizens, because I think, as you know, their crime rate is outrageous, and I think that their government is trying to restrict their rights to own firearms as well, and they want to try to gain access to protection, firearms protection. So there is a group down there that's actively trying to do that, and they are using my video to try to inspire people, and they actually, like I said, translate into Portuguese. I was flabbergasted when I saw that.
Absolutely incredible. Mark, did you wake up and decide, you know what, I'm going to be a spokesperson for the NRA?
No, I didn't. I woke up that morning and heard about that meeting, and I tell you what really made me go down there more than anything. Like I said, I was quite active on social media, but this is a message I've been trying to hammer home to a lot of my conservative friends and just people in general. Social media is a great tool to spread your message. It's fantastic. It gets the word out, but nothing says you're behind what you say like actually getting up and putting some action behind those words. And that is really the only way we're going to be able to confront these leftist politicians that are trying to take our rights away, is if we get up off our couches, get from behind our computers, go down to these town halls, no matter what time of day it is, and let them know face to face, we're here, we want our rights, and we're not going to take your leftist nonsense.
Absolutely. Those of you just joining right now, everybody hit the thumbs up button right now for Mark. He's making so much sense. It's so refreshing to have a normal guy like this. Guys, he's just a factory worker that's putting himself through college to be a history teacher, and he went and spoke his mind at a local town hall meeting at a local body of legislative body in his area in Greensboro, North Carolina, and his video went absolutely viral. He even spoke at the NRA. Mark, hang with us, hang tight. I'm going to play just a clip of the video. If you can hear it, I'd love to get your response. If you can't hear it when I come back, let me know. I'll tell you what clip it was, and you can respond.
Okay.
Hold on one second.
If you look back in history, every one of them, the despots, you look back at Stalin and Hitler, and you look back at Mao, and you look at Pol Pot and Castro, what did all of them do? They all created a climate of fear. And that's what the left in this country is doing now. They are trying to create a climate of fear. And the reason why they want that climate of fear is to silence all of you. They want to make you feel like you're less than, and that if you speak up, you'll be attacked. Well, guess what? If you speak up, you will be attacked. But the men at Lexington and Concord were attacked too. And they fought back and they won today. And we can win today also. And we need to send that message to these leftists and let them know this is our nation. This nation is not here and was not founded on the principles of Karl Marx and Frederick Engels. This nation was founded on the principles of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Jesus Christ. And it's going to stay that way.
Mark, were you able to hear those words?
I could not hear it. No.
Well, it was it's you at the NRA, and you start saying about how the leftists want to instill us fear, and that if you stand up, you're going to be attacked. But you know what? Even the people at Lexington and Concord, they got attacked, and then you got a standing ovation at the NRA, brother. I mean, honestly, your words are so powerful. You're one of my heroes, man. And I've got tons of people watching this right now. Everybody give a thumbs up right now. I want everybody on Facebook and YouTube to go ahead and comment your location so that when Mark goes back and looks through this video, you know, he can see where you're at. But Mark, I got to tell you, those words are powerful. Lexington and Concord. I mean, tell me, what do you think it was that those guys were thinking in Lexington and Concord? What do you think that they were thinking then? And how does that translate to what we have to think now as supporters of the Second Amendment?
Well, I think it's just a basic human desire for freedom. I mean, the human desire for freedom is powerful. And once someone gets a taste of it, I really believe that the people who first came to this country, the first settlers and their immediate descendants thereafter, once they got a taste of freedom from the British Crown, a taste of real independence, I believe it lit a fire inside of them. And feeling like they were being pulled back authority or under the thumb of the British Crown was probably intolerable to men who had never known being under the thumb of the British Crown. Because most of those individuals at that time, they did not know what it was like to live under, quote, British rule. So these men were fiercely independent, and they knew, even though our Constitution hadn't been written, they knew that they had a God-given right to determine their own destinies. And I think that is what drove those men. And now today we have our Constitution, and not only do we have our Constitution, we have hundreds of thousands, millions of men who have died fighting to protect our rights. What a better motivation to stand up to the rights that we've been blessed with. I mean, we've been blessed with these rights by God, firstly, and then we were given to us in structure through our Constitution, and then they've been protected by men of valor on the battlefield. So that should be our motivation for protecting our Second Amendment right there.
Absolutely. They are heroes, and you know, the country needs people like you that are inspiring us all across the country, normal people like you that are standing up and making a stand. We are so impressed with you, Mark. I cannot believe it. There are people commenting all over Facebook about how happy they are that you're here and how awesome you are. I mean, and I'm talking just about every single state is watching right now. This is amazing. Definitely go back and look at some of the comments on this video. Unfortunately, you kind of can't see them just because of technical stuff, but you know, but Mark, this is absolutely incredible. Let me ask you this. You mentioned in your video, and I'm going to play a video in a second that you're probably not going to be able to hear either, but I'll come back again. It's only going to be about 35 seconds or so. I'll come back and tell you what the video was. You know, I got to ask you, with everything that's going on in the country right now, what do you think the greatest risk to making a stand is? I mean, a lot of people that are watching your video, the reason that they love you so much, Mark, is because they want to be you. You have inspired them to stand up and make a stand, and the way that you're so well spoken and the way that you just roll with it, and you're obviously an educated guy, they want to be you. What advice do you have for an American that's sitting at home right now on Facebook, sitting on their couch? What advice do you have to them to make a change and make a stand in this country right now?
Well, the first thing I would say is to make a commitment to get up off of that couch and put some action behind your thoughts. That's the first thing. That's one of the things that I had to make myself do and still have to make myself do every day. I told another group this. I think that every patriot in this country should wake up every morning, and after they thank God for all their blessings, the very next thing they should do is ask themselves, what can they do today for the cause of freedom? So that's the first thing we need to do. We need to get up and get active. The second thing we need to do, there are talented people across. Speaking is just one talent. There are talents that go through all of our conservative, that run the gamut of conservatives. Find your talent, find your niche, and find out how you can put that to work politically. Because there are several politicians, I'm sure, in every area of the country that need the help of conservatives who are willing to come out and help them. You know, like I went down to the city council and I spoke at the city council, and I don't have a problem with public speaking, and others don't either. But I tell you one thing that people who speak need. When they go down to these meetings, they need to see friendly faces. So even if you can't speak publicly, or you have a fear of that, or you don't desire to do that, come to the meeting anyway and support the people who are speaking on your behalf. That's a very important aspect. But like I said, the main thing we need to do is just get up and take some action. I guarantee you, if you go down to your local precinct, if you go down to your local GOP precinct, there'll be somebody down there that will gladly show you some things that you can do to help in the cause of preserving our freedom. So that's what I would say, folks. Get up and just get active.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that's some really great down-to-earth advice. For those of you just joining, everybody hit the thumbs up button right now for Mr. Mark Robinson. His video has gone viral. He has instantly transformed the face of the Second Amendment in this country because he stood up and took a stand for freedom, and he spoke so well it went absolutely viral, translated into many different languages. And guys, if you're watching this video, I want to reward you for watching and holding on this long. So feel free to text the word firearm to 345-345. I'll enter you to win my free gun. Plus, you've got a message in that video, in that confirmation, that I want you to watch about how to stay protected, you know, as a gun owner. So again, text 345-345. Text the word firearm to 345-345. That's my reward to you for watching this video and taking a look. Mark, I'm going to go and play about a 35-second clip of a video. I'll come back and tell you what it is, and we'll get your thoughts.
Okay.
Hold on one second here. I just got to figure out where exactly it is. Got it.
Now to Illinois, where a town is now banning assault weapons, giving residents until next Wednesday to hand them over or face a hefty fine. The new ordinance even giving the police chief the authority to confiscate any guns from those who are charged. But does this actually violate residents' rights? Here now to weigh in is the executive director of Guns Save Life, which just filed a suit challenging the ordinance, John Bach. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
So that particular clip was about what's happening in Deerfield right now. They have passed an ordinance that is banning any sort of assault rifle, right? And actually taking steps to confiscate or fine people. Tell me how you feel.
Okay, what's going on in Deerfield now? That's a very, very, very important issue and a very important point that people need to understand. Now I'm going to take it out of Deerfield for just a second and go back to a larger city, Houston. There is a police chief in Houston named Art Acevedo. He is he's a leftist, no matter what anybody says. This guy is obviously a leftist. After the shooting in Santa Fe, he made a Facebook post, and he was talking about how he's just sick and tired of the school shootings, as we all are. But he made the statement he didn't want to hear anybody talking about their Second Amendment rights or the gun rights or anything. He was tired, and he wanted the politicians to, quote, take action. Someone asked me, and they said, well, when he said that, he was only saying that he wants somebody to, make some new rules or try to stop something. No. What he wants the politicians to do is exactly what they did in Deerfield. Now, we all know that there are millions and millions and millions of gun owners, and that there are millions and millions and millions of guns, and the Second Amendment has been part of our Constitution since its inception. So that is I told somebody else, that's a huge elephant. A huge elephant that sits in the way of leftists being able to take our rights. So how do you eat an elephant? You eat an elephant one bite at a time, or in this case, they'll eat it one right at a time. That's what this police chief was saying, I believe. I believe he was saying he wants leftist politicians to start making small moves to restrict gun ownership, magazine capacity, bump stocks, ammunition, taxing ammunition very high, making it more and more difficult for gun owners to own guns just a little bit at a time until eventually they get them all. I really believe that's the goal. And this thing in Michigan is just another example of that. And I strongly encourage the people in Michigan. I really think they really need to stage a really, really big protest, and the people surrounding that town in Deerfield, they need to go down and they need to make their voices heard. They need to let those leftists know you're not going to do this, because we know you're not just going to stop with, quote, assault rifles. They're going to move in and encroach on everything that the Second Amendment covers. You're not going to stop this, and we need to understand that.
Guys, if there's anybody watching this video that lives in Deerfield, Michigan, or thereabouts, if you do plan on creating a rally and the rally turns into something great and it turns into something big, I'm pretty sure that I can make it there, and I hope I can convince Mark to get there as well. Mark, I hear you have some plans on coming to Florida.
I do. That's on June 30th. I'll be down there in Broward County down there.
June 30th in Broward County. What's the goal of the rally down there?
Just Second Amendment rally, trying to stand up for our Second Amendment, and also to try to show some support for the folks who want to kick that no good sheriff out of office. He really needs to go, and all the sheriffs like him across the country need to go also, because he really failed the people of Broward County. And the school system failed the people of Broward County, and unfortunately, the FBI also failed the people of Broward County. The government failed on every level in that shooting. And
absolutely,
part of it, so.
Absolutely did. And not only did they fail the kids there, but then Sheriff Israel had a chance to stand up for Leadership 101 and admit some blame there. But his response was, "I gave him a badge, I gave him a gun. It's not my fault that he didn't have what it took." And that was just not the right response. Mark, I know your time is valuable up there. You want to spend time with your family up there, but I got to ask you, man, how can all of the people watching this video, and everybody hit the thumbs up button for Mark, but how can we support you? What can we do for you to advance your goals, advance your skills, advance your leadership, and help you reach your goals? What can this group do for you?
Well, I would say the first thing you can do is probably go to my social media page. I have a personal social media page, Mark Keith Robinson, and I also have a public page that I just started. It is I Am the Majority USA. I don't know if you can see this piece of paper or not. Can you see that?
I can, yes.
Yes, that is my public page that I just started. People can go there and support me in that way. I'm also starting a website, which I'm probably going to be launching soon, and I will have a way on there where people can support me both morally and financially if need be, or if they feel led to. And I want people to know this. A lot of people have asked me about running for office, things like that. That's not on the radar yet. I haven't totally dismissed it. But what I really want people to really understand right now, what's very important, the upcoming midterm elections are absolutely 100% crucial. We have got to do everything we can to hold on to the seats that we have in all the states and to hold on to all the seats we have in our federal government. If we lose these midterm elections big, if we allow this, quote, blue wave to crash through, it's going to be an absolute disaster for our president. So we have to do everything we can for these midterm elections, and that is what I'm really focusing on right now. I'm trying to get around and speak for as many true conservative candidates as I can, and I think that's what all of us as patriots should be doing right now. We should be making sure that we're standing up for these conservative candidates and keeping them in office or putting them in office.
Absolutely. We've just shared your link to your I Am the Majority Facebook page. And Mark, you know, before we sign off here, I just want to give a big thank you. Everybody give a big thank you on Facebook. Go ahead and comment thank you down below for joining here. And Mark, we're definitely going to do what we can to support you and follow you. Everybody is saying you're absolutely right about the midterm elections. This blue wave is not going to come. We are going to defeat it. And, you know, Mark, just as a side note here, I also own a company called Warriors Marketing Group. And I'd love to help you out, you know, building your website out, building out your email marketing list. And as, you know, people are watching this video, I want you guys to join my, to enter to win my free gun by texting the number 345-345. Text the word firearm, not firearms with an S, just firearm. You will be entered to win my free gun. Those of you who are saying that link, that text is not working, it's because you're texting firearms with an S. It is firearm singular. And Mark, I'd love to hook you up with free ways to do that as well, so you can start building out a list, start building out, you know, an audience like we've got here at Florida Gun Supply, so you can reach more, influence more, and change America. How's that sound?
That sounds great. We'll definitely keep in contact. I can take all the advice I'll take all the advice you have, because this is absolutely 100% kind of new to me.
Awesome, guys. Well, listen, Mark, we have your back 110%. You know, this is our mission here at Florida Gun Supply. We'd love for you to join us on Facebook as well. Take a look, and Mark, definitely enter to win that free gun giveaway. And those of you at home, again, text 345-345. Text the word firearm, not firearms with an S, just firearm, to 345-345, and we'll get you in. Mark, any last words to help inspire this country?
No, like I said, just everybody, it's time to stand up. It's time to speak up. It's time to be courageous. Just get out there and do your part, because I'm telling you, this country needs help, and the only people that are going to save it is going to be us. So we got to do our part, folks. Don't be afraid. Stand up. Speak up.
Awesome, Mark. Mark, I'm going to play one more clip, but you're free to get off. I'm just going to play another clip of you speaking at the NRA. It was so powerful when you said those Lexington conquered. I've got to play it one more time. But thank you so much for joining me, and we will be in touch, my friend.
Thank you for having me on.
All right, we'll see you.
All right.
Mr.
They are. If you look back in history, every one of them, the despots, you look back at Stalin and Hitler, and you look back at Mao, and you look at Pol Pot and Castro. What did all of them do? They all created a climate of fear. And that's what the left in this country is doing now. They are trying to create a climate of fear. And the reason why they want that climate of fear is to silence all of you. They want to make you feel like you're less than, and that if you speak up, you'll be attacked. Well, guess what? If you speak up, you will be attacked. But the men at Lexington and Concord were attacked too. And they fought back and they won today. And we can win today also. And we need to send that message to these leftists and let them know this is our nation. This nation is not here and was not founded on the principles of Karl Marx and Frederick Engels. This nation was founded on the principles of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Jesus Christ, and it's going to stay that way.
Never fight if you can avoid it. But when you must fight, don't lose. And when nothing less than freedom is at stake, we fight. We're millions of people just like you. We're the longest-standing civil rights organization in the U.S. Proud defenders of history's patriots. Protectors of the Second Amendment. Advocating the right to keep and bear arms. Advancing the shooting sports. Championing gun safety, education, and training. Creating a vital legacy by answering freedom's call. And we're growing stronger every day. We are the NRA, and the NRA is you.
Guys, the NRA is you. Thank you so much for joining tonight and talking to Mark. I think that we made this guy's day. He's just an everyday American who got off his sofa and went out and made a difference. And because he did something so unusual, people absolutely are inspired. Guys, thank you. I am inspired from talking to Mark. He is instantly one of my heroes. Hopefully we'll see him more. Brian says, I am the NRA. Charles gives a bunch of thumbs up. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Remember, it is up to us to make America a better, safer place to live. And we can do that. And all we have to do is unite together to get armed, get trained, carry daily, and long live this beautiful republic. Remember, you can enter to win our free gun giveaway by texting firearm without an S, just firearm, to 345-345. This is Andy with Florida Gun Supply. Get armed, get trained, carry daily, and long live the beautiful republic. Good night.